know you can't even handle imagining the scene, but today's story is different. If you're alone right now, forget that you're safe, cause what I'm about to tell you happened inside a house. That house is still locked. Till this day, no one dares to get close because of the things that happen in it. Grab a snack or a coffee and enjoy the story. Alright, let's start. The story begins on a quiet street, an old house. Number 7. People around say the house is haunted, but the truth is way worse. In 1998, a small family moved into this house. First week was normal, just a regular life. But on the 7th night, everything changed. For real. What happened that night was, the dad woke up to the sound of footsteps in the hallway. He got up from bed, opened the door, and saw his son standing still, frozen, staring at the end of the hallway. He called him, "Go to bed, it's late." But the kid didn't answer. His eyes were wide open, tears falling down, but no sound at all. The dad got weirded out and started walking closer, but every step he took, the kid backed away in this strange, creepy way until he reached the end of the hallway, and the kid just vanished into the wall, like he melted into it or straight up disappeared. The dad freaked out and rushed back to the room, looked at the kid's bed, and there he was, asleep like nothing ever happened. But what came after was way beyond what any human brain could handle. From that night on, the house started changing. Doors slammed shut on their own. Windows swung open in the middle of storms. Noises kept growing louder before dawn. But the worst thing was the big mirror in the living room. Sometimes it didn't reflect who was standing in front of it. It turned from something they used daily into something terrifying. As the days passed, the events got nastier, scarier, and way clearer. The mom kept hearing someone call her name from the kitchen. Every time she went in, chairs flipped over, the stove on, stuff scattered everywhere. The dad started feeling like someone was touching him, whispering in his ear in this deep, terrifying voice. And the little boy started drawing on the walls, faceless people, weird, creepy shapes no kid could come up with by accident. The next day, the dad met the neighbor. The neighbor told him, "This house is cursed. Whoever lives in it disappears after 30 days. Forever." The dad laughed, but that laugh ended when he found old papers under the floorboards. They were police reports talking about 3 families who vanished before them. No trace at all. No cops, no relatives, no one ever found them. And from then, every night was pure hell. At exactly 3:17 a.m., all the lights went out. The clock stopped. The house drowned in heavy silence. Then whispers filled every room. "Get out, get out." And before they faded, the whispers ended with, "We'll take you," in this creepy, chilling way. The next night, the boy screamed to his mom, "There's someone standing behind the door. He's been there for 2 hours and never moved." The mom walked to the door slowly, opened it fast. Nobody was there, but the boy was shaking, saying, "Mom, he's still standing there. You just can't see him." "I can't. He's staring at you," with blood dripping from his eyes. So imagine, my friend, if your own kid told you this, would you believe him? Or would you call it just a kid's imagination? On the 30th night, the dad decided to face it. Whatever it was, he wanted proof so people would believe him. He grabbed his video camera, stood in front of the big mirror in the living room. Shaking, terrified, he turned it on and started recording. "If something's here, show yourself," he said, his voice trembling. For 1 whole minute, the mirror stayed normal. But after that minute, something showed up that made him regret it all. Behind him stood a tall figure, creepy, dark face, wearing old ripped clothes, hands dripping with blood. The face had no features, just a mouth full of sharp teeth. The dad slowly turned his head, but the room was empty. He looked back at the camera. The figure was still there, moving closer and closer. The sound on the video glitched. Whispers, children screaming, loud banging, the sound of knives. Terrified, the dad ran to turn off the camera, but the mirror shattered by itself, instantly. Glass rained down, covered in blood. He looked at the recording, and the shock hit. His reflection was gone, completely. He realized he wasn't part of reality anymore. He disappeared. The mom woke up to his screams, rushed to the living room. She found the camera off, glass and blood everywhere, but no trace of her husband. She collapsed in fear, shaking in the corner, and inside the broken pieces of the mirror, the shadow stood, staring at her with a cold smile. Not just an image, watching her every move. And the scariest part? Even when she tried to run, the shadow followed her reflection. It wasn't just a mirror anymore, it was alive. After the dad vanished, things spiraled out of control. Police came in, but every officer who stepped inside refused to ever speak about it again. The case file got closed officially as lack of evidence. Like they knew it was beyond human power. 2 days later, the mom and kid left the house, but no one ever saw them again. Neighbors swear they still hear the boys' laughter at midnight, the mom singing in some strange, creepy language. And the house, number 7, still stands today. Windows broken, door chained with rusty metal, walls stained with black blood. But in 2023, a group of teens tried to go in and film a challenge. The video went viral, but it cut off right at the mirror scene. The mirror showed a reflection that wasn't in the room. 2 days later, the whole YouTube channel vanished. The guy who uploaded it disappeared with it. The question with no answer is this: is the house cursed? Or is the mirror the real portal? And if you ever walk down that street at night and see house No. 7, could you stop yourself from peeking inside the window? From looking at the blood on the walls, still dripping? Maybe you'd see them standing there, waiting for the next visitor. But remember, human imagination is limited, and some things out there are real, things the mind was never built to handle. Since you made it all the way to the end, I just want to say a big thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your time. If you have a story you'd like to share, send it to me and I might feature it here on the channel. Thanks again, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next video.